Hey Bread Gang, I hope everyone's doing good, keeping safe, and of course had a great weekend. In today's video, I want to chat to you guys about ONTRAK Inc. So ticker symbols OTRK. So in particular, I want to give you guys an update on basically what's been going on, because recently the price has been falling. A couple of weeks ago, I put you guys on this stock saying that I believe there was a lot of potential. So in this video, I just want to go through, basically there's been some institutional ownership. So institutions are buying up the stocks. I want to address this, go through why I believe this can affect the price and how I believe this can affect the price, and also I'm going to go through the price action, so looking at where the price currently is, where I believe it's going to go to, and whether I believe or not that ONTRAK has still got a lot of potential. If you're new and you like this kind of content, make sure you guys subscribe and of course hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further uploads. And for all those who have recently subscribed, a big thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. With that being said, let's get this bread. So we'll start off with partially why I believe the price has been falling lately, and there's been a couple of downgrades. So downgrades from Cowen and B. Riley Securities. So from Cowen, they downgraded to underperformed. So basically they're saying that, look, it's not really a good investment right now. So they're either gonna, as an institution, they're either gonna hold back on their investments, hold on to their shares, or maybe perhaps sell some of their shares until the price dips and there's a better opportunity to get in, possibly, or if the company comes out with some good news that gives them a lot of confidence. B. Riley Securities, they downgraded it from buy to neutral, which means that, look, before they were buying the stock, but now they believe, similar to the Cowen, they believe that basically the stock maybe is not a good investment for them, etc. So now they're being neutral towards it, so they're not being bullish or bearish. They're sitting on the fence right now. So the reason I'm pointing you guys to these downgrades is basically what analysts say carry a lot of weight. You know, like a lot of people are looking to analysts to give them advice, etc., because these guys work in the industry, they're experienced, and whatever they say usually carries a lot of weight, determines whether or not a lot of people invest, buy, or sell. So which then drives a lot of demand or supply within the market. So i.e. raising the price or lowering the price. So in terms of doing some DD, this is a good way to sort of start, get a feel for what's going on. So if you then hop over from what analysts are saying to actually looking at raw data in terms of what institutions are doing, like whether they're buying or they're selling the stock. So this is another good way to do some DD, fundamental DD within a stock or a company. So if I have a look at the institutional ownership within ONTRAK, Dark Forest Capital Management, they're buying 888 shares, which is okay, but these guys, they're buying 16,000 shares, and there's more guys buying 20,000 shares, etc. So looking at the timing of these transactions, bought 4,900 shares. This took place on the 19th of November, which is very recently, like last week. Institutions are actually still buying this despite the price falling. What this tells me is that, look, this is pretty much common. Institutions, they like to buy on the dip. They like to buy when pretty much the market is crashing. Where everyone is running out, institutions are running in, you know, because this is the best time to get in. Basically, where everyone is running in, institutions like to run out, because that means that the price is overextended. There's a lot of retail traders in, just getting in and hoping for the price to just keep going on forever. And institutions, the smart money, they know that, look, when the price has been going up for some time, it's likely to start falling. So of course they'll start taking their investments and rotating it to a different investment, or just pulling out altogether giggity. But the opposite is true. When the price has been falling, basically a lot of retail traders, novices, etc., they'll start panicking, be like, you know what, there's blood in the streets, I need to get out, I'm losing a lot of money, etc. And institutions, they know this, they start to run towards the investment, because this is basically they're picking up at a discounted price. So this, I believe, is what's going on with ONTRAK. So the price has been falling and institutions are now buying up shares. Basically, they're accumulating the position over time. There's likely, in the next coming months, there's likely going to be another huge bullish run up. So if you then have a look at the chart of ONTRAK, in particular looking at the daily chart, and from my last video I was saying that there was some RSI divergence, and from this RSI divergence, I believe that there was a lot of potential within the price to actually take off, and this is exactly what happened momentarily. So the price went from pretty much $8.50 all the way up to beyond $14. I mean, this is a pretty decent move, and if you're a momentum trader, this would have been a very good win, you know. But since then, the price actually fell. The price came back down below the 10-period moving average, which I always use in all my videos. I always mention it, and I always use it as a momentum indicator just to see where the price could potentially go, because a lot of the trades I take are momentum based and options trading, etc. But seeing as the price came below the 10-period moving average, the bearish momentum has been picking up since then, and you can see that with the MACD. As the MACD, there's a dead cross that's been formed. So the dead cross basically shows that the momentum is either strong or is picking up, getting strong towards the bearish side. So I believe the price could potentially keep falling for the next coming days, possibly leading into weeks. And seeing as the price has fallen and broken the support around $8.60, this technically has made a new low on the price side, but the RSI is refusing to make a new low as well. But the fact that there's another RSI divergence, which means that the price could potentially start rising and possibly break the 10-period moving average again. And then once it does this, I can see the price heading back up to test basically this resistance, the resistance at $12.42. So if you then move on to the weekly chart, just to see if the price really will continue falling in the coming weeks and leading into months, especially towards the end of this year. You know, we want to know if you guys are going to have a good Christmas based on ONTRAK, or possibly have to wait till basically the new year. So on the weekly, just like the daily, there's some RSI divergence as well. So if I have a look at the week commencing 25th of October, I mean, the RSI was sitting at 24, but looking at basically just that last week that went past, the RSI is sitting at 27. So there is some RSI divergence. The price has made a new low, RSI hasn't. So I can see on the weekly basically what happened on the daily, where the price made a huge run up from $8 all the way up to like $14. I can see a similar case happening on the weekly, but a bigger move. I mean, the price just needs to get above the 10-period moving average on, first of all, on the daily, and then get above this on the weekly. And then if this is the case, then I can see the price heading back up to test pretty much this key resistance. The key resistance around $20. So yeah, I can see the price getting towards $20 the minute it breaks that 10-period moving average. Seeing that there's a lot of institutions that accumulate in the position. Full disclosure, I'm invested in ONTRAK, and I'm gonna hold my shares until at least 6 months, you know. Basically, if the price takes off and gets towards $20, then I'll reassess, you know, and see what's happening, because by then I'll be in profit. And lastly, I want to show you guys the MACD. The MACD on the daily chart was actually dead cross, but looking at the weekly chart, it's actually golden cross. I mean, the golden cross, even though last week closed bearish and the price just seems to keep falling, histogram on the MACD is actually bullish. You know, it's a strong bullish indication, which shows that, look, this price is yet to start flying. You know, it's going to start picking up, and especially when it starts picking up, a lot of these short sellers, they're going to start getting trapped, because there's a lot of short interest within ONTRAK right now, and you can see that with the red candles, which means that the minute the price starts rising, they're going to basically start scrambling to buy back. And this is going to create a lot of demand, and this is like a sight that I love seeing, you know, because a lot of the times I buy. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe, and of course hit that notification bell. Comment below, let me know your thoughts on ONTRAK. Are you currently invested? Are you thinking about investing in it, or do you think the price is just going to keep falling? Let me know in the comments below, and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know this is the kind of content you guys like to see, and I'll continue bringing out updates on ONTRAK. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.